Throughout the history of the Philippine National Police, there has only been one female official who was elevated to the rank equivalent to the military's two-star general. As we continue to celebrate Women's Month, we'll be joined today by chairperson Lina Sarmiento, who was recently appointed to the Human Rights Victims Claims Board. Good morning, ma'am, and welcome to Solar Daybreak.
Good morning, Ameline, and good morning to all your televiewers.
Well, your start in your police, in your career in the force was an accident of sorts. You're a graduate of BS Chemistry, and you weren't really planning on joining, right?
Yeah, that's very true. I was not really planning on joining the force because I want to be a police officer. I joined because I was told that there is an opportunity for me to work in the lab, and it's a forensic thing, and I back then I was very young, and I remember I do not want to do a routinary job, and I was told that this job in the lab will allow me to experience different stories every day. So that's the reason why I joined. It's actually the laboratory opportunity rather than the policing experience.
And that you reportedly said because you also wanted extreme and unusual things. Did you see a lot of that in the start of your career, being a forensic chemist?
Yeah, that's true, because I got to analyze different samples every day, drugs, toxicology samples, different types of things.
So no 2 days were the same?
No 2 days were the same, except of course if I'm given samples of marijuana every day, but that's a different story. But different people involved, different samples, different packaging, different stories practically every day.
So how did you move from being in the PNP and the crime lab, then that was the Philippine Constabulary, the crime lab, and then you moved to other offices, and you even became chief of police in Apalit, Pampanga, and in Bulacan. I mean, you really rose from the ranks. So what was it like? Why did you move or take yourself away from the crime lab?
I spent almost 11 years in the lab. Early 1991, I transferred to the line because I felt then that after spending 11 years in the lab, I can do other things. And I requested that I be moved from the lab. That was early 1991 to a staff position in the national headquarters. And I was there for like 6 years before I volunteered to become a chief of police. And that was in Apalit, Pampanga, and that was another experience for me.
Yeah, so we talk about women's rights and how women have risen from the ranks, but were there still boys who were hesitant to take orders from girls?
Perhaps in the early days when I was chief of police, because that was the first time that I had lady chief of police. 1/3 of the members of my station then were in the 50-plus age category, meaning they're much older, 10 years, 15 years older than me. Some of them are about to retire, and all of a sudden they have a new chief of police, a lady. So the very early days when I assumed chief of police, I just outlined my style of leadership, how I will govern, the do's and don'ts. So they were all clearly spelled out. And I was so happy that all of them followed the do's and the don'ts. I did not encounter...
You just followed orders.
Yeah, I did not encounter any problem. I have been with them for more than a year. And I did not encounter any problem with my personnel, even if they are all males.
They just followed you and all. Nobody wanted to ask questions and why you're leading us. I'm older than you and I'm a man. No stories like that.
No, I did not heard anything, but I did not hear anything. But then perhaps when they are among themselves, they might
si
be.
ma'am talaga.
Because I know whenever they go out at night patrolling the streets, a few minutes later they would see me around. I will be following them.
Oh, so that cramped their style wherever they wanted to go?
Yeah. They know that a few minutes later I will be just around because I already have I already told them what are the do's and the don'ts when they are on patrol, especially at night. So I don't want to see anything outside of my expectation.
Well, at least they definitely, I'm pretty sure during those times when you were chief of police, everything was in order. Was there any significant stories at that time, reduction of violence or something?
When I was chief of police, I remember I was able to have order in the station. Because, you know, as a woman, we are trained to manage the home.
Oh,
and
yes.
just like the home, the station is the realm of the chief of police. And as a woman, being a mother, that's what I applied in managing the station. So I just put the station in order. And I believe it's very important that the experiences of mothers at home will be put to good use in the police station.
Well, that's a tip, especially for those women who are just starting a managerial career in whatever field you're in. Now, ma'am, now your new hurdle. You retired last year, and then now you're the head of the Human Rights Claims Board. And of course, we've seen in the papers that there are groups who are protesting your appointment. Although President Aquino, the DOJ Secretary, and the CHR Chair, they have defended you. But how has this affected you and the performance of your duty as the chairman of this board?
Oh, the criticisms all the more motivated me to move on and attend to my important task of leading the board, and with the mandate to receive, evaluate, process, and investigate claims. So right now, we're still in the process of organizing ourselves, looking for an office, although we in the next few days, we will be settling down in our new office. But
These protests is not affecting, it's not hindering the work of the board.
That's true.
Oh, well, I remember, ma'am, the original claimants were just about 9,000, and I remember last year it ballooned to about 21,000. There were additional names or additional persons who were applying or saying that they too were victims of the human rights. What is the number now? How many will be sharing the 10 billion peso money?
We do not have the exact numbers now. What we have is the number of those petitioners involved in that litigation in the U.S. Federal Court of Honolulu.
Yes. That's the 9,000.
That's the 9,000 or so.
Yes.
And then we expect to receive more claimants because, as I have said, we will be very accessible to the claimants, especially those that were not included in that case in Honolulu. So it's very important that we really make ourselves accessible. In the next few months, I think that's very necessary that we go from one place to another so that claimants can reach us. That's part of our agenda, to accept applications for claims in different parts of the country, not just here in Metro Manila.
Well, above all, you're a mother to 4, and by now, I am thinking your kids are now working. What are they telling you now that you've retired, but then there's this new challenge that you have? Are they telling you to stop, mommy, maging lola ka na lang, stay home?
Yeah, that's true. They thought I will be just a doting lola to my 2 grandchildren, but I have a very important task to perform, and my kids understand that this is an opportunity for service for their mother. My eldest is a chef. My second son is with the bank, and the other 2 are still studying. And they have been through this all their lives. I remember my youngest daughter was then 4 years old when I was chief of police. So she at a very early age, she already understood how it feels to have a working mom. And I don't think I failed because when she graduated from the university, she graduated with honors. So that means even if I'm very busy in my career, it is also possible that you can raise a family and have children who will also excel in their respective fields.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning, General Sarmiento. And we know that many women are inspired by your story, and we look forward to finding out more about the updates on the claims board. Thank you so much, and good morning.
Thank you very much, Ameline, for the opportunity.
Thank you.